for last time. So last time, we determined it has been 3 days since the Baron died. I wrote that down, so I guess that's important. But we were able to revive. Oh, what does it say? Oh, so yeah, you revived Carlana after you woke up. Oh, and took Anna to Kresk. So you guys woke up, met Anna downstairs, took her to Kresk, and then revived Carlana, which she didn't want to say all that much. So she mostly inferred things and asked other questions instead of answering your questions.
So we noped that and sent her to Mordenkainen and said bye.
Yeah, pretty much. So
She made a promise.
yeah, they have to. You sent them over to Mordenkainen's, and Nikolai was like, "I'll take care of her. It's fine." Mordenkainen was like, "Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure." Why not?"
Remember, first he was like, absolutely not. Wait, you're the guy that fought Strahd. Yeah, come in here.
Yeah,
So.
never mind. And then Janica just had to blow off some steam. And
Blew something up.
Pharrellin may or may not have equipped her with a fireball thing.
Yep.
And then, blew up part of the forest. So, fun, but it didn't spread, which was good. So then you guys went to the abbot and gave him the dress.
Hey, abbot.
And anyway, he was very grateful, and then came with you guys to Dimitri's, the Baron of Kresk, and he was able to help revive Ilya, who you guys through some Cyrus's medical skills and investigating what's going on. As the night wore on and everyone's like, "Yay, he's alive!" You noticed that he was doing things like 3 times. And you noticed through that inspection that he, his brain neurons and whatnot had not been fully realigned or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so it had been a little tweaked. And you realized that it was either on accident or on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So either the abbot was like, oh, didn't actually know what he was doing, or did it on purpose. So that is where we left.
No, all
I don't mean to be that guy, but
Yeah.
that's true for everything.
Always assume competence before
If
negligence.
it's not an accident,
True.
then
Is
the
that
only other
from-
option is on purpose.
Is that from saying that?
Technically true,
No, that's
but
totally funny.
I think the point
But-
is he's either incompetent or evil.
You know what? Of all the ailments for someone, that's not that bad. I could think of worse things.
It's true. He could have come
Yeah,
up
I was
with
dead.
like.
I just have this weird, twitch every once in a while.
But
Yeah.
I mean, he could have come up like other creatures that we had in there.
Could be half animal.
Yeah, have that.
It's not like he lost any of his memories.
Hopefully.
Has all his limbs.
True, yeah.
So, you guys are having dinner and
Have
whatnot,
extra.
and they're like, woo! Anyway,
That we know of.
so they've brought out some big long tables and whatnot for dinner, and they're like, whoa, they have steak and if everybody's that's anybody has come, and they're all excited that Ilya's now awake and whatnot, and they serve you food, and it's this hearty stew with wolf meat and potatoes and whatnot. And is anyone wanting to
Werewolf?
do anything
That's what I
Call me
mean.
while
cannibalism.
here?
Not particularly.
Not till after the party.
Cool.
I do.
Just-
Yeah.
This does bring up a very interesting philosophical debate. If we kill a werewolf in human form and eat them, is that cannibalism?
Yes.
If we kill them in wolf form and eat them, is that cannibalism?
So,
I think that's very frowned upon. At the very least.
anyway, as you guys are, as the night goes on, you're anyway, everyone kind of has their fill. There's ale and, oh no, sorry. This place, wait, they do. They have some lower level ales. They're watered down, not the greatest.
Does it
not
cure what ails us?
Oh boy.
Anyway, there's still some wine left and whatnot, and people are getting, a little drunk and whatnot. And
Jack is gonna start just to some of the people that are getting a little more tipsy start being yeah, screw Strahd, right? And trying to kind of build that mentality of we can stick it to Strahd. Look, we raised someone from the dead. Anyway, just to get
You're
that.
talking to a group of 3 or 4 burly men, and they're like, yeah, he's got so many issues in this place. Death to the devil! Yeah! Death to the devil!
And then I move
They're like,
on.
death to
Yeah.
the devil! And like music playing, whatnot. This kind of starts to spread a little bit. Death to the devil! And then even someone starts to sing. This guy takes out a drum set, and then someone else takes out a lyre, and they start to sing. I'm not a musical person, but as they're one day when he's dead, and the fields of whatever, and they start singing this ballad of one day when he's gone and horrible, he's all this stuff.
Perfect.
And
This is what going crazy must feel like.
and so then they end, and everyone's like, no.
Wow, that was easier than I thought.
Roll a perception. Everyone roll a perception check.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
No.
30-20.
Is that
30-20.
with disadvantage because we've been
Have we been? I have not been imbibing that. I mean, I've been sipping, but I'm not.
I wouldn't have advantage.
I
would
cannot.
Yeah, you can't.
No, not anymore.
Okay.
16.
16?
Want to roll for Drana?
Ah!
Perception?
Perception.
Perception.
Where's that going?
That's an 18.
18.
I rolled a 12.
Nice.
16, 30, 20, 18, 11. What was your name?
7.
Great. Okay, cool. As the music is going on and whatnot, Susan and Pharrellin, you guys notice that they have fireplaces and whatnot. On both ends of the hall, and you notice that there's a wind that starts to come down the chimneys, whatever, and the fires and then suddenly go out.
I pull out my shield.
You don't know this. You rolled
I
an
don't know
11.
this. Oh.
You rolled an 11.
Wait,
No,
hold on.
I
Your shoe.
rolled an 11.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's right.
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Okay.
Wait, did you say you call it your shoe?
Shield.
Oh, I heard shoe, and I was like,
Wait,
I'm
I
gonna
don't
get
notice
you.
the lights
Yeah.
go out?
No. It's just the
Let's
fireplace.
talk
Oh,
There's
okay.
lights and sconces with
Never
shadows,
mind.
with
Okay.
the candles and whatnot.
Okay.
No, but these specifically.
Okay.
if your 11 doesn't notice my
And then
7
there
sure
seems to be
doesn't.
a shadowy essence, like the shadows are lengthening.
Oh my.
And you hear in the distance. Oh, well, you can't really hear it.
I heard
Oh, I heard it.
Okay, hold on. Oh, hold on. I have to do this.
Hey Cyrus, can you cast mass cure poison?
Unfortunately not. I have
That would
mass
remove.
healing word.
And
I don't think that would cure poison, though.
You two are kind of looking around. You notice that the shadows and then they turn into shapes of wolves. And then the music ends. And everyone's like, yeah, yeah. And then almost without anyone expecting it, the doors fly open, and this wind, a cold wind, goes from outside, and everybody just is whoo.
Do I notice this?
Oh yeah. Now
Okay,
you-
cool.
Wait, now
I
this-
pull out my shield.
Anyway, and it's this wind through the hall, and everyone's like, whoa.
Susan will relight one of the fireplaces with prestidigitation.
Nice.
Okay. Anyway, And so there's like these like almost like shadow wolves that are like, and then everyone comes like, and you hear a voice you recognize.
Great.
That is just kind of like almost in the air, saying, "Well, I apologize for breaking up the party." And then literally everybody like, and they're like drunken themselves. They're like, "Oh!" They're all pulling out their knives and like.
Everyone better get sober really quick.
Are we going to bed soon?
Okay.
I mean, like after this.
And
Are you talking player or character?
Character.
I was assuming so.
Okay.
and then all the wolves you see like have these like
Can I cast daylight? Actually, no. Oh wait, never mind.
you can.
Gotta let the villain monologue first.
You know what? Can I prepare an action?
Okay.
I want to cast daylight if it looks like any of the wolves are going to attack.
Okay. And they're all kind of converging, like, you know, there's like the staircase and whatnot. They're all kind of converging around where the staircase is. Okay, prepare. Thank you. Anyway, and then the voice goes, I have been waiting for a while for my invitation to be answered.
We never did that.
Well, I thought my
And
answer was pretty clear.
now it seems it seems that our working relationship has soured lately. So I would like to re-emphasize my point. That you should join me in my home. So you have 3 days.
Sorry.
Thank you very much. So,
Sorry, just ADD.
Yeah.
you have 3 days,
Oh, okay.
and then very quickly another form materializes
Okay.
of a man next to Anna, and it puts its hands on her shoulders and says, "Or she dies." And then,
Oh
and
no!
then they go like she goes up in smoke, and then all of the others just.
Can I should have said something that I was doing this before. Can I throw holy water at the creature grabbing her before it does that?
Also, does it trigger his
Yeah.
action?
Technically, yes.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah, roll. Technically, this you would be surprised, but roll
okay.
an attack roll for me to see if you can maybe do it fast enough.
Would that be athletics?
It'd be your dex.
Oh,
So
19.
19.
Acrobatics.
Okay. No.
All right.
So you're like take it out, but before you can even let go of it,
Yeah.
suddenly like this like ray of sunlight. What did you cast?
Daylight.
Daylight, sorry, yeah. So or she dies, and boom.
Could I cast it before she disappears?
As
Well,
you've seen
now you said that if the wolves were
Oh,
going to do
okay,
anything,
okay,
so
okay.
technically,
I was focused on the wolves.
technically,
Okay.
no. But anyway, so but then there's sunlight, and what was already dissipating is now gone.
Okay.
Anyway, and there's like this silence. As everyone's like, and then one guy, what just happened? And then, what's his name?
Dimitri.
Dimitri, thank you. Is like, Anna, and all of you like have this like,
Well,
it's hard to see because daylight just went, ping. It's like when you look at the sun and you have that like, anyway, and he's like, did he just take Anna? And then everyone, like, after her! And they're like, but then he like comes to you and he's like, what did you do? What did he mean you did it? You went unanswered, like, What did you do?
Not join Strahd.
He wanted us to join him.
And we
Okay.
said no.
Okay. Okay, well,
Are you really surprised?
he's never visited us before. We've always kept to ourselves, and he's never visited us before. But
I guess they are kind of far away.
Well, there's a first
Okay.
time for everything, including a first time for kicking Strahd's, Heine out of his castle. Want to join us?
well, we have to get my wife back.
So is that a yes?
I'll take that as a
There
yes.
you go.
Why does Strahd always do stuff while we're here?
I think Strahd really doesn't like you.
So you're
I
like,
think it's us, yeah.
normally he would just like stroke his beard, but now he's like almost pulling in his beard, like because he's like really upset, and he's like, I have no other choice. We must get her back.
Great.
He said we have 3 days. 3 days.
They can travel that fast?
Because you did use a public charges.
Well, I can't transfer a whole city.
And it takes a day for them to repair.
Yeah, so. They're-
Well, we can head out.
Can you march quickly?
Now?
Because yeah, it's
Cross
taking,
country?
like 2 days.
Well, because it takes us like what, a day to get to the tower?
No, it took you about half a day, and then.
So it would take us a day to get to Valaki.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, you're right. Sorry, it took it.
I don't quite remember.
No.
Because
Took you a little bit less than a day. It's like 3/4 of a day, half to 3/4
get
of a day to
to
get to
Valaki?
the tower,
To the tower.
Okay.
and then it was like another half a day to get to Valaki. So a little bit over a day to get to Valaki, and then it would be probably another day. Because to get to Valaki from the town of Barovia, it was about a day and a bit.
From Valaki to Barovia?
Yeah, so it'd take you probably about 3 days to get there. So,
What if they march double time?
and they could probably get there fast, but
Do we still have one charge?
no.
No. But
Lovely.
we can still get there faster. It's just. Can they.
Well, also we need to go to Valaki to get all the people there and say, hey, we're going. Because I don't think they left yet. I could... You know what? We could not go there. I could just tell Jet here. Yeah.
You want to do that now? So we can start prepping now? And get everyone leaving, like, within a day? Meet
Yeah.
up with these guys?
What time is it?
It's like evening.
Okay.
Like, everyone's gonna be going to bed.
Some of you may die.
Okay.
But it's a sacrifice.
Yeah.
Should I send it to Erwin or Jet? Probably Erwin, because I think he's...
He's in charge, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay. Are you sending a message now or are you waiting? Okay, cool. What is in your message?
Strahd came to us at Kretsk, kidnapped Anna, gave us 3 days. We're leaving now.
Can you drop the conjoining words like us and they and we? It's so much more efficient of a message.
So you get like 20 words.
What are those
whatever.
words?
25.
Okay. It's your 15.
Leave
Meet,
ASAP.
meet at castle 3 days.
Okay.
That'll be it.
Okay.
Okay, so hear me out. Well, let's talk efficiency in messages, okay?
Oh,
Let's go to bed.
I don't even know if you know
can
what's
send a
happening.
message to somebody asking them to come pick up
I'm gonna
a
walk
bowl
away.
like a cow, right?
I'm gonna walk away.
One word.
Yeah, I know this one.
Comfortable.
Oh my gosh.
That is efficiency.
I walk away.
That is a blonde joke.
Faces.
Anyway, and so you
Yeah,
get
yeah.
a response in return, like a couple seconds later, like, what?
Who did?
Who did that?
You said you started.
Is there what? It says, we'll meet you there. I will bring everyone.
I will bring snacks. Oh no. Poor
Um,
people.
and then he also says, inform Jet. Anyway,
Informed or inform?
inform, like tell Jet.
Oh.
Fine.
But and then anyway, so yes,
Oh boy.
I thought you were
that's what
sending
you get in response.
No.
No, Irwin.
Oh, right.
Okay.
I heard Jet.
Well, I said either Jet or Irwin.
And then we decided on Irwin.
Irwin,
He's
yes.
right. He decided on Irwin.
Yeah.
So funny enough, in like 10 or so minutes, Jet actually comes in. And he's like,
Oh.
it's like, hi.
Hi.
Jet's here.
I heard there may have been a disturbance.
You could say he
Here
jetted on.
to
over.
help.
Were you just in Blocky?
You know I have the same things you do.
Oh.
Okay.
So I'm the same way to travel as you do.
He.
Jetted
How
out.
many charges he got?
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Actually, though, if he has
And he pulls out like another chess piece and he's like, yeah. Well, first tell me what's going on.
one. Okay, well, tell me what happens. What happens?
He's like, he just has these big eyes for a second. He's like, oh, okay. That makes sense. All right. Yes. What do you want to do?
Go there soon. Get Anna back.
So, okay, where is the castle from Barovia? Is it here?
Yes, it's the big thing.
Cool.
It's the big one.
Okay.
Not helpful on my map.
Oh,
Here.
yeah, it's the big one.
What? There's one right in front of it?
So the castle is here,
Oh.
and there's a spot to travel there. That works out well.
Convenient.
Yeah.
Very convenient. Okay. Should we go to the village of Barovia instead, though?
Have we walked past this waypoint to discover it yet?
Oh my gosh.
Well, I was about to ask you. Gake Mountain, what?
Oh.
It's Gakes, but anyway.
That's Gates Mountain.
Oh, sorry.
Have we gone to the village of Barovia?
Yes, that's where Lucium is from.
I know, but have we gone there since?
No.
Okay. Should we try and get people there?
That might be.
So you already heard from Ismark that he literally brought everyone with him.
Oh,
That's right.
So
Okay.
they're all in Balaki right now. Because he was like, you did not answer or send word, so we're going.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it was like we were just
Wait, didn't he say he
getting-
was going to storm the castle?
Well, they have to go get provisions in Balaki first.
Okay.
Oh yes, we need it. We need a map.
Also pick up more people.
Okay, sure.
Would you rather go with 10 people or with 20 people?
I mean, yeah, sure, but like 3 times the distance and then twice the distance back. Okay, sure.
You know, I don't know if he's the smartest,
Fair
of
enough.
the bunch, but
Okay. So maybe we could go to Valaki and prepare and maybe get Mordenkainen?
He already said he wasn't going to join us.
That's true.
Oh, but we do need to get Nikolai back because he's apparently important to this whole thing. Somehow.
Yeah. So maybe we should go to Valaki.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go to Valaki and start prepping, and I think the majority of Kresk will just have to follow as fast as they can, and
Yeah.
hopefully it's within the 3 days. I wouldn't mind if we got there a little early and surprised
Technically,
Strahd.
don't we have like 13 days? Since you can just
That is true.
bring them back.
Yeah. If she dies.
Oh!
I get it.
But what if
It's
But what if
fine.
Strahd brings her back first as something not good?
Uh-oh.
There are things worse than death. you know?
True. Maybe a hard reset. Another one?
Well,
She's undead, so we need to make her re-dead so we can make her
Alive.
alive.
is that how that works?
No idea.
I
What
don't.
happens if you
I
cast
have been able to do this for 2 days.
resurrection on a zombie?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I actually was thinking about that the other day.
You know, and Janica's gonna think to all her
Just take
studying
me.
of the undead and say, I haven't come across that working in the years that I've been studying undead and their
So
ilk.
hear me out. Brand new leather armor, right? Casting true resurrection on it.
Yeah.
I want some jalapenos.
Congratulations, you're a cow.
Or inside
Actually,
one.
it would probably just make another body for the cow.
Well,
would it be a normal body or would it be an undead body?
Well, true resurrection, it would be normal.
I don't think you need true resurrection.
Well, how about this?
Probably not like 100 years.
yeah. Why don't we plan on actually rescuing her alive, and then only do that if something goes horrendously wrong and we fail somehow?
So, oh no, that's Revivify.
Are you
just kidding.
Googling it?
Actually, with Revivify anyway, the spell can't return to life a creature that has died of old age. That's the only stipulation.
Oh.
So, but what is life by definition of the?
It's life, Jim, but not as we
I
know it.
don't.
Are undead?
Out of character? That's up to the DM.
Okay, because undead are not alive, but
But
they
to be
have
honest,
some form of life.
Would your characters know of this anyway?
My character would try.
I've been studying. I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah, my character would certainly try.
Mine's been studying vampires for a while. I don't know what I know. Or has anyone ever cared to ask this question before? We're just special, I guess.
Do
Okay.
they have rights? Can they vote?
Are you part of the zombies rights movement?
It is a fact
Just
that
philosophically speaking.
Revivify, at least, will not restore a creature to its original state if it's been like,
Made undead.
if it's like a.
So if it was made undead and then killed.
It would bring it back to its undead state.
Okay.
So what if you cast it twice? I'm saying it was like the Control Z.
I don't think that's how it works.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure not. I think
We're just gonna control.
basically when they become undead, it's like you hit save, and now you can't go farther back than the save. You've saved the document. You cannot undo what has been done since it's been saved.
How do we access the version history?
We have 3 days!
Probably the wish though.
Yeah. Yeah. There
Actually,
you
yeah.
go. There you go. Okay, let's just try and save her. Okay.
Yes.
And then, yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, we can travel to Vallaki, get Nikolai, and then head over to Barovia. Head over to the. I guess we're going to the castle.
So, Jet asks,
I am gonna ask Drea really quick if she recognized the shadow wolves or anything like that, since that was she told us that's how she got taken to Barovia.
she has not really said anything this whole time, but she says they looked creepily familiar.
Like they might recognize your hair scent familiar.
I would rather not remember that encounter.
All right.
But yes, they did look familiar.
Okay.
So, anyway, so Jet
Jet.
the other guy,
Dimitri.
Dimitri.
Okay.
I don't know why I can't remember his name. Dimitri. He said, so we will be leaving in the morning. You stay, rest here if you would like. He's already sent people out, like runners in the town, to like announce, like, rah, rah, rah. Anyway, even though it's late,
Yeah.
so that everybody knows that they need to leave in the morning. Bring your gear, get your horses, whatever. Like we're leaving in the morning. Set your house in order. But, like we gotta go.
Fill out your last will and testament.
Yeah.
Anyway, and so, yes. So he's like, you can stay here if you want, or you can leave tonight, whatever you would like. And then he goes to like he's like, I also have to get my stuff ready. And so Jet asks you like, do you want to leave tonight, or would you rather leave
Probably go to Vallaki tonight.
tomorrow? Because
We can probably go to Vallaki,
I
rest
would
there, and then leave in the
recommend
morning.
we not waste a moment.
How many charges do I have left?
One.
One.
What?
I used a few, okay?
Hey, look. When you got a visage like him, and you got a lady friend,
That's what I was thinking.
I don't know. I'm just assuming your belt's missing, so you must have left us.
You see, like, there's a little pink that goes in his cheeks. He's like, "Oh, what do you mean? What are you trying to convey?
Imply.
That's it. What are you trying to infer?
If the
Imply."
pants fit,
Well, they don't. So.
Yeah.
You know what?
clearly.
I work out.
Really?
So,
That was an
You do?
I've been losing weight, okay?
Bro,
You have?
do you even live?
This is very small, like everything. It's like, you know, if you would rather insult me, you can, or we can, be productive and go.
What?
Why do I feel like he's the punching bag?
Let's go.
It's like the red is like.
All right. Let's go before this gets out of hand.
Oh, thank you. I don't know, jalapeno just was so awesome. Anyway,
That
thank
was
you.
a good pop.
Saving it for
That
later.
is really good. Anyway, so he gets up to like leave and he motions at the door.
Okay.
Are we going to Valaki or are we going elsewhere?
Valaki.
Okay. Perfect. Let's go.
Frelin, you good to go?
Yeah, let's do this.
Drea. Oh, did we? Oh crap! Remind me where Tyr the tiger. Sorry, Tyr the tiger is with us.
We left him outside of town.
In Valaki?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
He
Okay,
came with
that's
and
right.
he was watching like Nikolai and
Whatever happened to is it the
Ilya?
no, the pincer guy that you
Is
dropped
he?
off
Oh.
outside of Kresk?
That's a good
Is he
question.
here? Is he around?
I don't know.
He's not here now.
Okay, I'll ask Dimitri if he's seen him just in passing.
Oh, and Dimitri's like, oh, I know that guy.
Uh-huh.
He started making his way back
To Valaki.
so it might take him a while.
Well, he's probably there now because it only took us a little over a day.
Yeah,
He's on his way there.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true. So I mean, he
Could
may
be
be
there.
there. I mean, something happened to him on the road. I don't know.
Oh, gosh,
Okay.
Hold on. I feel that.
I don't.
Do you think he would join us?
If he's friends with the abbot? No.
Why won't the abbot join us? The abbot was trying to bring about the downfall of Strahd as well.
No, the abbot likes Strahd. He has a man crush on Strahd.
Does he?
That's what it sounded like to me.
Sounds
like
like
he's
he's
trying to
trying
be
to
the new
Replace
Strahd.
him.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Can
we start with him?
Janica,
Oh,
did
geez.
Janica interpret that correctly?
Um,
I'm like,
Susan is right.
he wanted. Okay.
So if you infer that you interpreted that incorrectly,
Okay.
there you go.
All right.
Wait, what did Susan say?
He wants to be the new Strahd.
Oh.
That's right. Okay, so no, not.
Yeah. So
And you're gonna try and deal with him to get it.
hear me out on this.
I don't know how we're gonna. Okay.
The abbot.
Yeah, but what?
Why is there like banjo?
Never mind, we don't.
South- What is this? What are we listening to?
Louisiana?
Viking Tavern.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's way
not,
different.
That was not banjo that you guys were hearing.
Yeah.
No, it's the boing 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 in the
Yeah,
background.
that's not a jaw harp either.
Okay.
Anyway,
A little bit
Susan
like
and Frelin are.
So about Abbott.
And
Anyway, never mind. I was gonna say, what if we get the town together and go kill
Well,
the
that's
abbot
tonight.
first?
Never mind, we're gonna
But
I'm
go.
ready to capture him. I think he's on his way.
but would he help us get rid of Strahd so he could be the new Strahd? And then we just deal with him after we deal with Strahd.
The enemy of my enemy?
Yeah.
Quite possibly. But also, I realized we're not going to get any support from the townsfolk to go kill the abbot because they just brought it back.
That's true.
Yeah, so maybe we'll just say, hey, let's bring the abbot, and then when the abbot says, hey, I'm going to be the new Strahd, then we go,
We just execute him on the way. Oops, he
or,
tripped.
I
don't
would say
know how that
after
happened.
Strahd's gone, and we just,
On the way back. Except he won't be coming.
or just like in the castle when he's like trying to sit on his throne, we take him out then and say, oh, he turned evil.
Yeah.
We had no choice. Which won't be a lie. Except we just knew it was going to happen all along.
Anyway, Valaki?
I don't
Balak-
think the abbot's gonna try and hurt Strahd though. He's gonna try and
Mary off Strahd.
think set him free or something.
Let's go to Valaki, and then maybe we can beat the abbot there, and hopefully kill Strahd before he's released. Because I feel like that would be good.
If it would even work. But oh, yes, I agree with you.
Well, I mean, I don't think he's tried it in the past.
Yeah, Andrea pipes up and says, well, maybe the abbot is also thinking of going there, starting sooner rather than later.
Maybe he's already on his way?
In the future, at least. No one knows what
So
happens.
what we need to do, we need to get all key stakeholders together. We need to come up with an action plan and align on targets.
So that would be so that would be Erwin, Jet, Ismark, us, Dimitri?
We need to find
Let's
a way.
put a pin in that and we'll circle back.
Well, we find a way to claw back. To our success and independence.
I can just see like Susan and
Brown,
having
yeah.
this exchange and just
We need to push the needle.
Is there a mosquito or a bee in here? I'm hearing a
I hate myself.
Oh.
So then Jet says, so we are going tonight, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Should we bring Dimitri with us as a key stakeholder or whatever Frelin said?
Who's Dimitri?
He's the Baron of this.
Baron.
Oh.
I always think.
I think he should be marching with his people.
Okay.
Why not?
He says he's going to be marching with his people.
Oh, yeah.
But we got to decide where they're marching to and what they're doing. Otherwise, they're just going to go.
Kill the wabbit. Kill the butcher.
I was saying kill the beast.
And Jet pipes up and says, well,
We could send him to the village of Barovia.
we could.
No, we all need to just
We
attack.
could keep up communication with them while they're traveling. Like, I can have someone be with them while they make their way. Like Ravenna or...
Sure, that'll probably
Yeah.
be easier than trying to drag Dimitri to Valaki and explain all that. Okay, let's do it.
Yeah. So I'll say Bartram just... Yeah, he's close by.
Okay,
Should we just say camp outside the castle? Far from the castle, but like close enough that as soon as we pop up, they can just start marching.
Yeah, that's assuming they get there before us.
That is true.
In my mind, I see us getting there, starting to infiltrate, and then they show up, and
At the very end.
I don't know.
We could just find a good distance and just wait for them.
Let's just start with getting to Valaki, and we'll talk to Erwin
Yeah.
and Jet, and potentially Ismark if he's still there.
Okay.
I'll ask Saphira and Susan if they have anything to add to the plan so far, other than getting to Valaki. Going from there.
Trey's like, I'm very much on board with this plan.
Okay, well, at least while we're going, go get Tyr, and let's follow Jet.
Okay. Because Tyr is pretty much where Drea says, Tyr is where the teleportation sigil is anyway.
Oh yeah, he's
So,
really close there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need
Alright.
like a whistle or something to call him.
This is true.
Here, boy.
I mean, maybe the bards could
Yeah.
help me out with a good one.
Yeah, like a signal whistle or something. Anyway,
Calling whistle.
yeah.
Okay, so you guys like make it out and whatnot, and everybody's just
thinking
like,
whistle from
there's
the
like people running around
Colchester.
and like gathering stuff, and just I don't know, just it's kind of mayhem a little bit. But yes, you do make it out, and Tyr is like kind of sniffing, searching the ground. There's like little rabbits that are been hunting, and anyway.
Is that your sound of a rabbit dying?
I like that.
So we're Nikolai and
They're with Morgan Kanan
Yeah,
in the
they're in
pocket
the
dimension.
dimension.
So that'll be something we do tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or tonight, I don't know. But let's,
I don't know why I thought they were Tyr. Anyway.
well, because they were for a minute, and then we were like, screw that, we don't trust her. Let's put her with Morgan
Okay.
Kanan because he's an honorary
Don't finish that sentence.
curmudgeon
Something.
who won't let that crap fly. Anyway,
Cool. So we make it to the.
Yep. And then you guys all like huddle and whatever, and you're like, I almost can barely fit at this point.
we're all getting very close.
Uh-huh.
Oh, hi, Jet. So do you have a girlfriend?
There you go. And then you boom, and you're at the library
Okay.
in Valaki, and he just starts walking.
Away from these people.
Doesn't respond.
So maybe he's incapable of wooing such needs.
Yeah.
You're not a unicorn.
No.
I remember that.
Yep.
I get that reference.
I got that one. Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, so yes. He starts walking. He's like, okay, well, why don't we check in with Irwin. And he's probably already got the word out to everybody that we need to head out and start making our way there. So, anyway, so you go to the Blue Water Inn and kind of same thing. There's like people running up the stairs, grabbing things, running down, you know. And you notice outside, so like in the area where the horses are and whatnot, there's like stockpiles of stuff. You know, like weapons and like trunks full of stuff. And anyway, just
I feel like every time we come here, it's just
there's a ton of stuff going on. I mean, you
It's
also
a
start
busy place.
things, you know?
yeah.
Kind of the hubbub, you know, of this place. But anyway, and you see Irwin, he's like, oh, okay, I'm great. You found Jet. So, big question is, when do we leave? I think we can definitely be ready in a day.
By morning.
Morning. Okay.
What about sleep though? Because then we'll have exhaustion.
Well, sleep and then leave.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna get there a little bit early. Do we intend to attack early? Are we gonna?
I would hope.
No.
Yes, I would hope so, because that'll throw Strahd off.
What if we do it like a couple hours before midday? He's a vampire, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like,
Okay,
Clouds.
so just. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're clouds.
Clouds. I know.
okay, so question.
Oh boy.
The moon reflects the sun's light, right?
Okay. Anyway.
Well, hold on.
Why doesn't he burn up at night? There's something more going on. Something more sinister.
Well, you know what? Maybe you can ask the dark eldritch
Saphira, what's your
deities.
passive perception?
And
Okay.
yeah, 'cause I don't know the answer
Mine's
to that.
15.
Wait. 20, I believe. Hang on.
What?
Great. Okay. What?
Call
No, you're
you,
good.
man.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, 20.
Okay.
My passive perception.
Cool.
Jeez.
Okay. So, yes. Okay, so we're going earlier, and we are fighting. We're going to be confirmation. We are going to be fighting him. Yes.
I assume so. Yeah.
Okay, so no politics, no nothing. Like
No, I'm done
we're
with
actually
politics.
doing this dinner.
No,
you know?
he's already creeped on us so many times. I'm done.
Yeah, exactly. I'm done with politics.
Alrighty, then let's plan. And so he takes out this map. He's
I
like,
don't really plan.
anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. And so he's like, okay. So we have to decide if we're going to go the stealth in method or if. So he's invited you to his place. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. To dine and talk about things, and so are you wanting to go that way, or are you wanting to sneak in?
I don't know how you can sneak an army across Barovia.
Well, we could probably sneak in while the army just marches.
He's probably already noticed the army in Kresk.
Most likely.
He probably has ways to see us.
No, he's confirmed that.
He has ways to see us.
He
so-
probably saw us in Kresk. I don't think it would be advisable to go to dinner with the guy that plans to kill us.
Could we fool?
But that could get us in
Could we fool him into thinking
past
that
his defenses.
Because he doesn't know that we know that he knows that we know.
So we
I don't
could,
know.
we could very well get as many people in as possible with you. Yes.
I don't know.
I don't know if anyone else is invited or if you just eat them on the spot.
Appetizer.
Yeah.
Sure, but you have belongings and
Yeah.
things.
You want to sneak?
So you're
someone-
talking polymorph.
Yeah, of sorts.
Could he see past that?
I don't think True Vision.
True sight? Yeah, it does.
Yeah, True Sight does see polymorph.
Uh-huh.
But
It reveals the true form of whatever whatever you see.
That's disappointing.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't work with invisibility, not polymorph.
What if we cast darkness?
on the vampire.
With possible true sight. It sees through darkness.
Not all
What?
of wizard.
Yeah.
regardless,
That's alright.
if they're small enough, and on your persons, it's not like he would attack you to get at them.
I don't know. I did see a half-crazed half-orc rip out a guy's throat because he was trying to get at a flea.
Oh. Huh.
Let me tell you,
Okay.
drugs are one heck of a thing. Don't do drugs, kids.
Noted. Okay.
I think it's a little late for that.
Well, to be honest, there are ways that we could probably get in without inconveniencing you or having to go in at the same time. But just having people on the inside might be helpful.
Okay.
So,
Well, we'll do what we can, obviously.
like possibly being able to open up the gates
Yeah.
while inside.
So I can craft a device to help me scale walls.
So, do we want some of us to focus on distracting him while others focus on, like, unlocking doors and opening gates and such? Oh, one thing.
Or maybe while on your way in, you could stealth.
As another thought, gates, doors, windows even, they're all very highly defensible because that's where they expect anybody to enter, exit, attack. What if we don't go through a door?
Okay.
What if we don't go through a gate?
Okay.
Let's just blow our way through the middle of a wall.
Okay.
That'll make a great impact.
That will make a great impact.
Oh.
Can you make sure it happens in one try?
Given a couple of days to prepare, sure.
Well, we have a couple days.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you guys already have a floor plan for the castle, or do we know where the structural points are? I can probably guess it, but
Dynamite's probably not a magical item.
crafting it though might be a little difficult.
Yeah.
Not for me.
Oh.
How much can you create?
Oh,
hey,
forgot about that.
Why stop at dynamite? Okay, hey, so hear me out on this.
I whispered it because Susan wouldn't think of this.
Oh.
Why stop? Why stop there? There's so many more fun explosives.
Whatever 180 gold pieces will get you.
Oh frick, that's not a nuke.
Yeah.
We just kill everything. Perfect.
Can't be any vampires if there's nobody to live.
Yeah.
That
Also,
sounded better in my head.
also something to consider. We need to find his casket and destroy it so he can't regenerate. Whatever it's called, I can't remember off the top.
Revive?
Yeah.
How many hit points does a stone wall have?
That's up to the DM.
I can find out.
It is up to the DM. It is a recommendation is given in the Dungeon Master's Guide.
Yes. I feel like I've seen this before.
So, okay, yeah. Do we have a map like Susan asked for? Or no, wait. Floor plan?
We do have
He has floor plans in his head.
Yeah.
does.
Right, I
If
can
you-
infer those.
If you see the
If I can,
Thing,
if you guys already have floor plans
or
drawn up, or a general idea, that'll help inform where we can breach.
Yes, we have had people. Well, maybe not fully. We have half summarized. Because those that go in normally don't come out.
Right.
There's only been a few.
So, is there a basement?
As far as I know, there are rooms
tier wall. We need to go find
underneath.
tier wall.
Would it be possible to get into the basement and infiltrate from the bottom up?
You'd probably have to do a lot of digging. So because the castle is on it's
We need
like
a
those
druid.
moat castles where it's built
We had a
on
druid.
the hill.
We did?
Yeah.
Who?
Wait, hold on.
That lady, then she ran off because we threatened her and wanted her to go
Is
spread
there
the
any
scariness to her
possible?
people.
Okay, so
At
the
first I thought
druids. Side tangent here. The druids. Were they a fan of Strahd, or did they want him gone to?
We
Sounds like they want
never
to-
talked to them about that. We never did it.
Baba Lysaga, if I remember correctly, was kind of in.
Like tolerated Strahd?
Yeah. They had like a tentative alliance type of thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
So a tenuous alliance based on mutual survival. Because if we could get druids to move Earth.
Do we have the time?
Yeah, there's that. Okay, so
Well,
I could turn you into something that digs.
Ooh. That could work.
something.
or
Giant.
How big can you create?
Erwin pipes up and says, or you can go through the ceiling.
That was going to be my next thought because you can call owls, right?
Yeah, but we could also
How many owls?
That might be a little easier.
8. So how
Call a
long?
swarm of
While they're talking about this,
moles.
I go find
yeah.
Tyrwall.
What about
Okay.
moles? I think
So Tyrwall, where be Tyrwall?
I will try and like feel his
Giant
hate for me
badger.
and let it guide me to his location.
Where am I
Okay,
hated? Where am I
roll,
hated?
roll an investigation check
Oh boy.
to feel right.
Oh, not good. 11.
11. Okay, cool.
So no.
New form can be any beast whose challenge rating is equal to or less than the target's or the target's level if it doesn't have a challenge rating.
So not a Tarask.
Probably not. Well, what level is a land shark?
Ooh.
What? I think it's a little.
Much.
Because you're level.
Why are we always saying me? How about Cyrus over there? How about Wolf Boy? He's already part
You're-
animal.
Not anymore.
Whatever.
Oh, wait, sorry.
Also, who's gonna handle the daylight?
Oh, he's an animal.
Land shark is a challenge rating 5.
That was close.
So
Yeah, that reminds me. We saw something a long time ago that suggested a tunneling thing,
That's
and we never figured out what it was.
Yeah.
We were just kind of like, oh, that was a thing. Let's go.
yeah. DM is smiling.
no, I'm just
So-
saying. Just saying.
So here's what I gathered from Mordecai. Okay. So him and his 8. So 9 of them did a frontal assault of the castle, right?
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
That failed miserably.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it was just the 9 of them versus a small army of undead. So if we can somehow maybe use the rest of this vigilante army out here to distract the undead, and we don't go through the front, that's my vote.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I don't want to be here, but I don't want to die here neither. I want to go back to Ravnica. I want to go back to my lab.
And Erwin says, I know you all probably desperately want to go home. So, and I would love to help you do so.
He's like, okay.
Oh.
At least not be
You
here.
guys are like, we just go wherever there's fun times.
We go where
Susan
there's
just
possible
doesn't care.
for explosions.
So, yes. So we could drop you off at the top. There are many layers or like levels to this castle. We don't know exactly what's inside.
What's the roof made of?
Brick. That's a great question. Let's see.
Because-
Shingles.
Once we get onto the roof, how do we get in?
Yeah, it looks
How
like
high
there are,
how high is the tallest ceiling?
oh,
It might be easier to blow up a ceiling than a wall.
Well, what if we like went down a chimney or something? Did
They're like
like
tiles.
stealth down
They're
a chimney?
tiles. As far as we can tell, they're tiles.
Like what if we shrunkified ourselves or something and then just all went down the chimney?
There's like a main
And
Ho ho ho.
spire.
snuck into position before we
Attack.
attack.
Yeah.
I could take one person through
Yeah,
the
because
top.
we both have dimension door, but we can only do.
Oh, okay.
Because if we go through a wall, that's going to be basically announcing our presence. If we can somehow sneak in through the ceiling, surgically cut our way through the ceiling, through the roof. I mean that exposes different threats. I mean maybe he's got asbestos insulation, maybe not. It's debatable on that.
Okay.
But also, how far of a drop is it going to be once we're finally through?
Well, and that's I do like the idea of going through the basement because I suspect his coffin may be in a lower level because it would be more well protected. You know, fire a ballista at the attic. That's easier to target than.
That's very true.
So, but obviously I don't know how to plan
I
all the
wouldn't
logistics.
worry about the fall
Yeah.
because I can fix
Oh,
that
that's right.
if we want to drop through the ceiling.
Okay. The fall itself is not a concern.
This sounds very familiar, doesn't it? You guys have planned this before.
Yeah. Okay. So, would a burrowing creature be successful, do you think, in getting into the basement? Just looking at.
Well, okay, so
If it was an efficient burrowing creature, I think it would be. It would work.
how far away would we need to start the tunnel? And then how are we going to ensure that that the tunnel stays up? So Strahd has control of the weather, right? More or less.
This seems to be true.
Strahd, I can't remember. Anyway,
Oh boy.
does he also have control of the ground?
So, okay, I guess I was
If-
confused.
if
That
we-
I have not seen.
If we start tunneling far enough away that he wouldn't, or one of his goonies wouldn't really reasonably be able to see, that's going to get us underground for quite a while.
I think from what I've seen, Erwin says, above ground enemies are what we normally are fighting. And
Okay.
he normally is changing the weather and things like that. But I currently have not seen anything in ground.
I just heard this story, and maybe it's a story, maybe it's true. You really can't tell at this point of somebody praying to their god and parting a big old sea, an ocean, basically.
Wow, that's a cool
Getting
story.
through and the water's coming together and destroying an entire army. So that's kind of sounding in my mind as a warning bell.
So,
Sorry.
that's such an intriguing story.
I think his name was Noah or something. I don't know. I didn't really pay attention.
So,
Suspected that bird.
I was under the impression that we were going to be the ones sneaking in, and then the army was going to do the frontal assault.
The distraction force.
Kinda, yeah, pretty much.
As long as the castle is emptied, I think that should be fine.
Okay.
Because Drea does have a point. Mordenkainen's a powerful, very, very powerful magic user.
Mm-hmm.
And he probably wouldn't take fools along with him. And they got demolished by the undead forces.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm thinking.
So, I don't exactly fancy the idea of going up against legions of undead.
Well, I wonder
Sorry to your folk.
I wonder if we could maybe not necessarily burrow, but get people up to the edges and like go in the windows.
Okay, so here's another idea. How about a trebuchet? Yeah, this isn't quite so crazy an idea as you might think.
Okay.
So, trebuchet with featherfall.
Brilliant.
Oh! Wait.
But featherfall you cast on a creature,
Yes.
not on an inanimate object.
Right.
Okay.
That's
So
the
you
one
catapult
casting.
us.
Yes.
Or that. Oh. Okay.
But I don't think getting there is the problem.
I have another idea. What do I know about werewolves? Or what does Pharrell know about werewolves?
I don't know. You haven't really encountered a ton of werewolves.
I could probably tell you.
So-
Yeah,
Because I know
you-
that werewolves don't really take falling damage.
Um,
So what if we all go get
to
bit?
a point.
Yeah, to a
to
point.
a
To a point.
But like
You're not, nope.
What if we go get bit?
Nope.
We get
Sorry.
catapulted into the tower.
and feather fall.
Nope.
in-
No, we don't. We would need
So-
featherfall at that point, and then we'd have extra weapons.
Nope. There are very few instances where I will allow myself to be bitten, and being by a werewolf is not one of them.
Oh, that's what you mean. And everyone says, I highly recommend you don't do that.
Yep. Nope.
Okay, it was just a thought.
But
Not every idea is a winner.
Well,
it is true.
I mean, maybe Frelin, you could come up with machines that or some type of structure. What is the scaffolding on wheels? You push up to the window, they can break in, or climb. Maybe we could get some people from the army to the roof.
You know what?
And we go
And
underneath.
everyone says, I think I can handle my men getting in just fine.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the thing,
Jeez.
though. She can summon 8 badgers at a time, giant badgers,
Oh.
and they have a burrow speed of 10,
Okay.
and she can hold it for an hour.
Oh.
So
Okay.
we could have like 8 tunnels going for an hour at
You know,
10 feet.
That might be. You know what? How about we do this? So we can get into the windows and like
To the
scale
windows!
up and we can get into the main floor,
Okay.
of this place. But in thinking of Ismark and his people who can't do such things, that might be very helpful, and we can get them into the basement. And then you guys can go to the top and come down from the roof.
You really want us to go through the roof?
Or you can come with us. Or we can go to the roof. How about we go to the roof and you know what? We go to the roof and you go through the main entrance and say, hey, we will accept your dinner deal. And you will walk in through the front, beyond the main level. We'll come through the roof. And then they will come through the basement. And we'll meet in the middle, where you guys are at.
What do you guys think?
Okay.
That's an easy in for you guys.
Hopefully.
And in.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Okay. What do you guys think? Does that sound? Susan said that sounds good. It's fair, Drea.
Okay. So you were looking for Tyrwall.
Yeah.
And you do find him around. He's actually like walking up to the Blue Water Inn, and you find him. Yes. So you are able to encounter Tyrwall.
Okay. Hi.
You're not the first person I wanted to see.
That's okay. There's more people than me. Do you have
Good.
have you been to Ravenloft before?
As a matter of fact, I have.
Great. I have a friend who would love to pick your brain, and I will.
I'd rather my brain stay in my head. Thank you.
You ever heard of a figure of speech? Never mind. I know you have. All right. I'm gonna try and link arms with him. Okay.
You know,
I need you.
you could drop for once. The better than now. You might make more friends.
I'll try and. Okay, I'll try that, and I'll try and take his arm and drag him to, or not drag him, but hurry him along to the inn.
So you come in.
With a reluctant Tyrwall on my arm. Frelin! He's been to the castle! He's been to Ravenloft.
So,
So mean.
tell me. Friend, I guess, buddy, friend of mine, friend of a friend.
Oh, what have I done?
What would be the best way to get? Are we wanting to get all of us in there? I'm assuming this guy is a friend, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm a friend. Okay, great. So, buddy friend, tell me, what would be the best way to get all of us into Castle Ravenloft? Well, usually the front door is the best. If you're going for a social call. Kind of suspect you're not going for a social call. That would be a great way to, put it so succinctly. I got some ideas of things I want to do. Killing Strahd among them. Maybe seeing some other wealth, but hey, that's beside the point. How can we sneak in? Let me rephrase my question. How can we sneak into Castle Ravenloft? I do happen to know of a small hole.
It wasn't
Too
us.
big.
No, it wouldn't be, but I would be very surprised if you guys got up to Castle Ravenloft in the time that I've been about. By the way, where have you guys been?
Well, we ran over to Kresk and then back to Velaki into the woods and back to Kresk.
Wow. You really get around. So, there is a hole, and And a tunnel. Yes, a tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
So that does pop you up somewhere in the dungeons.
Oh,
That would be
It's-
incredibly useful.
I don't suspect that Strahd knows of that weakness in his defenses. He's grown rather lax.
You know, then we don't actually have to burrow. We could send people in that way.
Yeah, that's a fantastic idea. Hey, and I see what you mean. So you actually brought up a really good idea in my mind here. So, you know the first time you ever rode a horse? How terrified you were?
I will say yes.
Or the first time walking past a dragon? Yeah, it's terrifying, right? Because you never know. Is this dragon going to eat me? Is it going to fry me? Is it going to just ignore me altogether?
I
But
think the horse was more scared of me.
I'm scared of you, okay? And I'm me.
Did the
So,
horse survive?
No.
anyway, all besides the point. You do it enough times, you start to become anesthetized to the danger and the hazard, and pretty soon, you and the horse are pals. You're walking past the dragon. You're going and shaking hands with a werewolf and doing business deals in a darkened alley when you wouldn't have done that before.
Are
So-
you speaking from experience?
I can neither confirm nor deny that statement. So,
Just wanting to know. who
how
we're-
long has Strahd been in this castle?
Many centuries.
So he's had many centuries. All right, that's lifetimes for you and me.
Oh, it's like when something becomes its spot when you put it in the wrong place.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Oh, and you just keep walking by and suddenly that's a spot.
it's
That's where your
it's
shoes are now.
normalization of risk.
Oh.
So,
Oh, okay.
what else is Strahd normalized? What other risks to his security has he normalized? Because he doesn't seem like a paranoid freak that's going around and checking every lock 15 times. No offense to our buddy in Crest.
This is true, and we don't know how how long. Like he's had some of his undead friends with him as well.
True.
Might be a long time.
So, there's the thought. We might have element of surprise. By the way, you know the chemical symbol for the element of surprise?
AH.
AH. Yeah, there we go.
Ah!
So we got element of surprise. We got normalized risk. We got this. We got this. Let's go kill Strahd.
Andreas is
We
like,
need to
I
wait till
agree
morning."
with that.
So-
we unfortunately have to wait till morning.
So-
I need stuff.
Send the army through the burrow while we distract on the main floor while other people come in through the ceiling? Is that what I'm hearing?
We could do that.
Or was that what essentially you were saying?
I wasn't recommending burrowing.
Or sorry, send them through the burrow, the tunnel.
The tunnel that's already made.
The tunnel's already there.
Oh, okay. Is it
Yeah.
a burrow or is it a tunnel? Like, are they gonna have to like on their bellies go through, or can they like walk through?
There are parts that are, you need to crawl through.
Okay.
If you can deign to crawl through.
I'm not going through the front door, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Oh, I am so confused.
I think we will also bring things that could maybe burn the place down.
Oh, now you're talking my language, buddy. Tell me more.
Put that in the basement. I don't know. We could send it with Ismark and his
Can you just make sure that we're not in-
dark
Oh,
emo
yes.
fella
We're
here.
not there.
What's the interior made of? Is it wood or is it mostly stone?
Well, as far as I know, at least looking from the outside and whatnot, there's a fair amount of stone.
You're not the dark emo guy. I'm talking to the
But you made eye contact with her by her accident.
What would Tyrwall know about the internals? Is it mostly wood? Is it stone?
Yeah. So that's what Erwin knows. But Tyrell knows that actually a lot of it is wood on the inside.
A lot of
It's only really the exterior that is stone.
Mostly just the exterior is stone. The
Uh,
interior is wood. That's got to be some impressive wood to hold up all that weight. But hey, you know what? That's even better for us. If we burn and destroy some of the lower supporting members, we can make the entire castle fall. Or do we really want to be inside of it when we let it
Well,
on
I
fire?
was just gonna say, don't
okay,
let
maybe
the
that's not the best
That
idea.
might not be the best idea.
not while we're
Okay.
in there. When we're out, sure.
Okay.
Hey, escape plan.
Well,
If things are going poorly for us, we just hightail it out, set some charges, burn, light that, burn it down. Maybe it'll fall in and collapse
Well,
on.
you know,
We need a sending stone.
we will just try and be as stealthy as possible for as long as possible without raising suspicion.
So we go through the front door, distract Strahd while they go in through the tunnel, set charges.
I think we
get
might
ready.
send Captain through the basement as well.
Okay.
Captain.
Captain, who
Wizard.
wizard?
Who kept you alive?
Oh, yeah.
And then other people come through. Am I
That way,
hearing that correctly?
he can also help them down there in, hold person, whatever, like his spells to
Okay.
prevent issues.
All right.
So,
Oh, I'm getting some ideas.
So.
You remember that grenade that I made?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
but that includes
can-
fire, which we've kind of determined is not great
Right.
for
But
this wooden structure.
we can get started with that just as a backup plan, just in case.
Okay.
I can try and teach Captain how to find the supporting structures. If we take out 2 of them.
Andrea speaks up and she says, well, we could also keep Strahd busy while everybody else is cleaning house.
Yeah.
So, maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
What about finding the one lady?
Anna.
I'm
Oh,
assuming that he would keep her in his dungeons or with him. So
So either
maybe-
we'll find them or the people in the basement will find her.
Potentially.
Just don't kill her, please. Make sure people know not to just.
You take all the fun.
No. I think Dimitri would kill me if she were to die.
Also us.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. That seems like a fairly solid plan. So, do we need a day to recover and now technically it's going to take Dimitri about 3 days to get there.
Right. So maybe wait for him to get to you guys, and you guys all march together.
And that probably would be better.
Okay.
Combined forces.
All right.
So then what do you want to do in the meantime in these 3 days?
Well, I need to make more steaks doused in holy water.
Steak sounds nice and lovely. Medium rare.
Well,
Sorry, I got distracted. What were we talking about?
yeah.
I
Do you
have some ideas.
Do you like them saturated in holy water or lightly sprinkled?
Lightly sprinkles. Is the holy water salty?
No.
Tears of your god or something like that?
No. No.
Fun fact about holy water is it can be diluted by 50% and still be considered holy water. So you can take a gallon, pour half of it out, so you've got 2 half gallons, and add half gallon of water to each. So you've got 2 gallons of holy water.
Interesting.
And then you can split those again.
In theory, yes. I think there comes a point where the Catholic Church says, yeah, you're kind of breaking it.
Yeah.
So please don't.
Yeah, please don't.
That's enough.
Okay. Well,
How do you
in
make
these-
holy water?
In these 3
Oh, the hell of
days,
That would be a question for the
we're
DM.
gonna gather. Well, we will wait about a day, or so. I think we're gonna send some people along, some scouts and whatnot,
I was just
and
thinking.
then
Bodies are made
we
of a lot of
will gather
Oh,
swords and
shit,
people and things for about a day, and then once they come, we'll head out.
Well, we need to go get Nikolai in the morning, probably.
Okay.
Does that sound good if we go in the morning?
And Andrea says, I don't see anything wrong with that.
Let Morning Cannon know what's going on and see if he's willing to join us, although I highly doubt it. But we'll see. Maybe he'll have some sense put in him somehow.
Huh. Okay. Well, we have a lot to think about, but
Just have a thought with Morton Canaan. You say he might have more sense knocked into him. He's a pretty prideful guy.
I gathered
That's
that.
an understatement.
The defeat against Strahd the first time, I don't think he really wants to relive that. One, it's probably pretty traumatic to lose all your coworkers, especially ones that you've trained.
I don't like them.
But also, I really don't think he wants to risk another strike to his pride.
Wow. Okay. Well, fine. Then he can stay home and baby his pride while we go and do the, adult stuff, like kill Strahd.
I don't think you have a full understanding of Morgan.
No.
A little bit more deference might be a good thing there.
I don't do well with deference, but I
can tell.
I'm going to start with. I'm going to try starting with understanding.
Okay.
Right, Tyrwall?
That's a good start.
Okay. All right. Let's start then.
So Erwin says, okay, well, I will make preparations. We can continue to talk about this tomorrow.
Okay.
And also, we'll keep Jet with you until... So you at least have someone we can communicate with. So, all right. Well, have a good night. You know where the kitchen is. Help yourself to food and whatnot, but we'll go and continue making preparations. And so he leaves and whatnot, and they're all like still gathering supplies.
Oh, one more
and
question.
Yes.
Strahd said we have 3 days.
Yes.
Are we wanting to attack on the 3rd day? Or attack on the 2nd?
3rd day, because that's how long it'll take for all of us to get there.
So we don't really have a choice in that
We don't have a
matter.
choice? Okay.
All right.
Just thinking, if we started the siege before the 3rd day, he's probably going to expect some sort of shenanigans that day.
Well, we could go really fast, like morning of the 3rd day.
On the morning of the 5th day, look to the east.
Like midday or whatnot.
All right.
But
So.
if we go the 6th day, or if we go the 2nd day,
And then we rest.
Yeah.
if we go the 2nd day, the army coming from Kresk can tap in. Well, the army that attacked on the 2nd day starts to rest. So we can sustain a longer siege.
I guess.
Oh, my old man would be proud.
Well, we have to decide: is that going to be more advantageous than just overwhelming with pure numbers?
I think the element of surprise might be helpful.
So we would probably have a better element of surprise on the 2nd day also. Because he's going to be expecting some kind of shenanigans. Just a theory, just thinking. So the longer we wait, the higher our chances of attacking are, right?
Yep.
Just saying.
I agree with that.
So should we not wait for everyone else?
And then, we just go, and the people from Crest will follow later.
No, he seems to be able to watch us. Maybe if we want the most element of surprise, we should just go there without any plans. And wing it.
I mean, that sounds like
Then
what
you
we're probably
really
going to
won't
do.
know what's going on.
Yeah.
Because
We don't
you
know.
guys won't even know what's going on.
Isn't that what we usually do anyway?
I know.
No. So, okay, on that note, Janica's going to go up to her room and try to do what clerics and paladins and the like do and be like, I need to talk to you. How has he been with us? How is he listening to us? How is he aware of plans? And see if it are answers or gives her any insight so that they can not have Strahd listening to their plans and figuring out what's going on.
Okay, bye.
You get you get a sense back, or you hear he has eyes and ears everywhere.
That's not helpful.
Are you talking
We already
spies?
knew that.
Are you talking spies or he's inhabiting or using objects?
So you
I am 2 seconds away from just burning down this inn to make sure it's not an object here.
So you get actual flashes of images in your mind this time, where you see almost through the eyes of a man in a corner, like a tavern, looking around, not in where you were exactly, but then it also shifts to a bird in the tree,
Oh,
looking out over
I told you,
the
birds
people
aren't real.
and then it shifts to a dog, sniffing the ground and whatnot and walking by, and then it comes back to you and he says, like I said, eyes eyes and ears.
Oh, okay. So yeah, there's no way to do. Okay.
It seems
Jen-
like living things.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think if anyone who was listening is feeding him information, or if it doesn't matter if they're just alive, then he can just like tap in and be like, "Doop."
Normally these creatures are also evil as well.
Oh. Okay.
So it's a cat person then, huh?
So, okay. Who all was in the room with us when we were discussing plans with Erwin?
Well, if you were right in the middle of the inn, there were people walking by,
Okay.
and like whatever.
All right. I will go back and tell the group, hey, if we're gonna keep discussing plans, we need to do it in a room because there are spies around.
I agree. And so you guys could go to like the basement that you guys have gone to.
Yeah,
before and
just-
whatnot. Finish talking.
Yeah,
about
just
that.
so that we get as much element as prize as possible.
So, Tyrwall and Pharrell's going to ask Tyrwall. So, tell me about your home plan.
Well, you guys can continue to discuss this, but I'm going to go make plans. And Erwin goes up and like
You're in
anyway.
it.
So yes.
Oh, that's right. You are from here, huh?
Wait, you're from here? Yes. Born and raised. Okay, sidebar with my original group here. Sorry, Tyrwall. Have you told us that everything could potentially be a spy?
Yeah, I summed up the information I got.
So, Tyrwall over there, he's from here. Anything in this realm could potentially be a spy?
They generally.
I could be a spy.
Well, see, but I don't think you're evil enough to be
Wow!
a spy.
See, look! Red!
No, I don't think
Oh,
you're.
wait, that's blood.
They generally have to be of evil disposition. And I don't think you are.
Sorry to break it to you.
Yeah, I don't think you're evil enough.
What about our good buddy Tyrwall?
Did I ever get the sense that he could be evil? Well,
He's from here, so was Erwin, so was Jet, so was Meister Burger.
I mean, at that point, there's too many people to even.
About the only people that we can
Do you
really
have to detect
trust.
good and evil?
I don't.
you know what I can do? I'm going to.
But about the only people we can really trust
I don't think I have
is
it prepared.
ourselves and Mordenkainen.
What about Captain?
Is Captain from this plane?
No, he
No.
came with Mordenkainen.
He came with Mordenkainen.
Okay, well I guess we can trust Captain.
So-
detect good and evil. Hold on. It says is.
I don't have it prepared, but I know it.
It says for the duration you know if there is an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, undead within 30 feet of you. You also know where the creature is located. Similarly, you know if there is a place or object within 30 feet that has been magically consecrated or desecrated.
So it wouldn't tell you if a person was evil.
No, it's
No.
just like, are they a fae? You know, or are they?
Are they
like,
an undead?
Yeah.
Question.
That could be helpful.
Semantics, DM.
Sure.
So it says. So I have something that lets me meditate on an object. Is that object in the literal sense, or is it how Jenica views things? Could
It can't have a brain.
Okay.
And be thinking or
If I
living.
only
So-
had a brain.
That's yeah. I figured
Yeah.
that's what you would answer. I just thought I'd try.
Kill
Well,
him first.
yeah, the corpse is
And
now
we
an
have
object.
talked about this, and once you're dead, you are now a thing.
Yeah.
You are an object.
Does
You are
Tyrwall?
a body.
Which means a minute
Yeah.
can become you.
Does Tyrwall have a like a brooch or a clasp on his cloak or a pendant or ring or any
Oh.
kind of?
He does.
It does have a ring.
He has a ring.
Yeah.
Shoot! How am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do this? Because he hates me. I'm trying to do better, but also I want this really
I love
bad.
how you guys are like, we're just gonna to fight every day. We're gonna poke at it. Poof. Let's see how
Does
long
anyone
this
have
goes.
whole person?
I don't think I have that.
For 10 minutes?
I have dominate
We
person.
have dominant person.
Oh god.
Oh, but I don't know if I want to do that because I just said I was going to try and do better about being nice
We'll be
and
leaving in a few days.
respectful to people. Yeah, but it's the princess. Oh, wow. It's having an effect on me being here. I'll go ask him. I'll be nice. I'll go back upstairs. Or I don't know if did we go
I
downstairs?
probably came with the whole group. Probably went.
I guess the sidebar, yeah. Tyrell, can I ask a favor? I am trying.
Depends.
I'm trying to be nice and not force you into this. Can I see your hand? The one with the ring on it. Okay. Can you just hold your hand out for a second?
Why?
I'm trying to do better about getting being good with people and so as I'm talking I'm going to
I need your hand for that.
yeah, I need your hand for that.
Weird.
I
I'm-
just want to practice on it.
Yeah, just gonna practice on
There's
it.
no
You're gonna
issues.
need
Don't
to.
worry.
Give me more than that. And I'll go fold his arms.
Just meditate on an object. Now that I've seen it, can I meditate on the image?
You could give him a hug and meditate on his clothes.
Oh.
For 10 minutes?
Normally,
10-minute
when
hug.
you meditate on an object, or when you attune to it, you have it and you're looking.
Oh,
at
okay,
it,
okay.
And you're investigating it. And
So,
you're, spending
I'll
time
tell
with
him-
said object.
It'll help.
No hard feelings.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, just keep going.
Really long time.
You just keep shaking it.
Okay, let go, please. You're freaking me out.
Just the idea is making Sapphira cringe.
No.
Recoil in embarrassment.
Let go of
Listen to me for
it.
10 minutes.
Well,
10-minute handshake there.
well, Janica will say, well, it'll help me also figure out, I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of Strahd, and you seem to be one of our best bets. Can I look at your ring?
What?
Hoping the element of confusion will make him just do it. You know how you just talk to someone so fast they just do what you say because they don't understand?
Sweet.
Why are you suddenly so interested in my ring if you're interested in Strahd?
Well, you have a background with Strahd, right?
Everybody here.
Okay, well, I'm trying not to explain too much of our chats that we've had because I know it's personal, and again, I'm trying
And
to
you
be...
guys don't trust me suddenly.
Who said that?
I'm just putting two and two together. You guys went off on your own, excluding me, and suddenly now you have all these questions.
Hold up! You left!
I trust
We
you.
wanted you to come! We tried to get you to
Yeah,
come!
we'll try that. No hard feelings! No, I won't. No, I don't think he'd go for that. I think he would cut off my hand before shaking it.
That is your own fault, I will have you know.
I will have you know that, yes, I did leave to try and get a better idea of what's going on the underground.
Yeah.
It's not like we
Okay.
have 3 different characters for Alex or anything like that.
Right, but, okay, benefit of the doubt. I just...
All I'm saying is don't blame us
You guys went
for
to
you
press.
leaving.
I went to the underground of the largest city here.
What if
Okay.
we used that connection you have with Strahd to bring him down? Did I glance the ring today? What did it look like? Did it have an insignia on it? Did it have a raven on it at this point? I'm just there's no subtlety. I'm just looking for Strahd everywhere. Or a wolf or something.
I forgot what I wrote down, to be honest.
I don't think you ever gave me a description of the ring.
I don't think so either.
It's round.
It's a basic looking, silver ring.
No gems, no,
No.
carvings.
Nope.
A silver
It's
band.
just a band.
If you throw it in the fire, though,
Oh my gosh.
Alright, well I don't plan
I
on...
said silver.
I'm not planning on... Well,
Right,
it's like ruby
right.
slippers versus silver... Anyway, sorry.
Oh my
No,
if,
no.
If you put it in the fire, it glows with wingdings. The other infernal speech.
No, I just was curious. Okay. Let me see if I can use your connection to hinder Strahd. You want that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But may I remind you that I'm not the only one
Okay.
in this
What do you want me
building.
to say?
Right.
Later? Okay.
Right. Yours is very deep. And very painful.
Yeah, I hate his guts.
Yeah. In a more visceral way than what I've seen from a lot of people. Can I just look at it, please?
Suppose he still has those?
Who had what?
You
Guts?
may not.
Oh god!
What?
You may not have his guts. Make a persuasion roll.
Oh, I hate this. I hate this. I hate this writing on me. I hate this so much. Oh, I shouldn't have chosen this dice. Hold on. Well, you know what? I'll go with it anyway.
DM. Is that?
Yeah. Actually, no. Hold on.
Or do you want me to make a contested roll?
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Woo!
Ooh.
Dirty 20.
Oh. That's your charisma?
You know, I decided to build on other stats.
Is that your dump stat?
No, that's my dex, which is a +0. Because I put a 10 in there, so yeah, no. That's my dex.
I'll have you make a contested roll.
Okay. What kind of roll?
Insight?
Do you have a belligerent
No.
stat?
I know. I'm like, actually,
Do you want to roll in my thing?
Insight?
sure. Insight into if she's being like
Genuine.
wanting to actually help
Trying
you
to be truthful.
or not.
Hang on. My computer turned off.
Oh, that's awkward.
My character sheet turned off.
You're like, I kind of need that.
I
Oh.
sometimes do a con save for that.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
That's interesting.
Not like a wisdom.
Like a willpower save?
Well, it's like
Yeah, that's.
if you're resisting something.
Yeah.
Oh.
Resisting being
Oh,
persuaded.
true. I can see that being a save. Hold on. Why don't we
Oh.
make it a save? But I almost want to make it a wisdom.
Wisdom save?
That's fair.
Mm,
Or straight charisma save.
yeah.
Riz. So a charisma saving throw is 12.
Okay.
So
So.
dirty 20, I don't think any save is going to be over that.
Okay.
If he'd rolled like a. Actually, if he'd rolled like a 17.
Well, no, I mean,
Because you're
like
just
what
wanting
he
to
rolled.
look at it, right?
Well,
You're
I'm-
not wanting to take it off.
Not take it off, but just
Just look at it.
be able to meditate on it to do my
For 10
grim
minutes?
psychometry.
So you like,
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah?
Okay. Is that enough?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That takes 10 minutes? Hold that for 10 minutes!
Well, I'll support his wrist.
Oh my
He's
gosh!
just gonna go like this.
Okay.
Okay. There's memory.
Okay. I'll just.
You want me to go
Track
get?
I can't remember
Oh
if
shoot! What's the guy innkeeper's name?
Erwin.
Erwin?
Or you want me to go get Erwin's ring for you too?
No. That's fine.
I could get Jet's boot.
Nope, you're good. She's like, nope. Her eyes
Actually,
are already locked
that
on
might
it.
start to complete the collection.
No, and I'll just stare at it. I forgot. Do my eyes glow when they do? I forgot if I said if my eyes glow or not if I do this.
No, you're just
Probably.
psycho.
Sure, why not? It's cool. So, yes.
Okay,
The
so
DM says
Not
yes, I'm
awkward.
cool.
okay,
Oh,
Kernel of Cool. All right, so I will meditate on it. So,
And what exactly is wrong with your eyes?
oh, this just happens occasionally. Discern vague details regarding any lingering evil or wicked past
I would like
surrounding
to
it.
insight check this.
I'm focusing.
10. Come on, tier one.
Okay. Cool. So you do take your 10 minutes, you meditate, and everybody else is
And
like,
he's just sitting there for like 10
I'm going
minutes.
to
Well,
bed, you know, kind of thing. You guys can stick around if you want, but Gray's like, I think I'm gonna like go to bed.
And so I'm just standing with glowing eyes. Everyone's like, "Okay, bye."
Yeah, like you guys do your thing.
Is this what it looks like when people are falling in love?
You're positive
With
low.
these two that hate each other.
Oh
Okay,
no!
Yeah, you like make small talk while you. So where are you?
Get enemies
What
to
did you fear
lovers,
as a kid?
lovers to
Ew.
enemies.
Anyway,
Yeah.
So you're trying to like see if there's any resident evil or like whatever.
Resident
Resident
Evil.
Evil?
I don't know, like
Residual.
that's
residue?
what I meant. Residual. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
There's a whole franchise that's now going, huh?
No.
Yeah, or lingering evil or wicked past. Yeah, pretty much.
Is this the one where you get like the glimpse of like stuff from?
Yeah,
the past
maybe
or whatnot?
based on the results, the DM may reveal obscure information about dark events that may have previously surrounded the object or hints towards a sinister purpose. This.
It's Tyrwell. He's a thief. Everything about him is sinister.
Well, hopefully my intent has some bearing on what I see.
And you roll for that?
Well, so
yeah, that's right. You roll to see.
I make a wisdom check, and based on the results, you decide how in depth it goes.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, please roll.
Okay.
No pressure.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, 10 minutes for one roll. Like, no biggie.
I always do this. My brain's like, how can I ask for advantage? How can I ask for advantage? How can I ask for advantage? Obviously, can't do that. Okay. Okay.
Is that what I think it is?
It's an 8 plus 6.
Oh, okay. I thought I saw one, and I was like,
No,
that
thankfully,
would be
no.
awkward.
6?
I think
Oh.
we would already know.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Nope, that's a 10. 10 total. Sorry, I looked at saving throw, not check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um.
Dang it. I always pick the dice. I'm like, I shouldn't choose this one, and then I do anyway.
Okay. So we'll end with this. This will be it for today. But so as you're spending 10 minutes meditating and like having small
Has anyone ever
talk
told you you're weird?
and whatnot, past.
My brother told me that all the time.
You should listen to your brother.
Okay.
He sounds like a stellar individual.
So.
You're saying that about the guy that, never mind. I'll leave the stable boy out of this.
Your brother was a stable boy?
No.
Okay, so
Sounds like an
what
unstable guy.
you see is like kind of visions pop up in your mind of like where this ring has been, what has encountered you, things like that. You see it like being made and whatnot, hot metal, whatever, and then you
Cast
see it like
in the shadows of Mountain Doom?
oh my gosh, no.
Oh dear.
Anyway, and then you
Forged in secret?
No! No! You see it like in a shop.
Okay.
Like it's sitting in a shop amongst other rings and whatnot.
Oh,
You
Sauron's
see
fallen
it
in
on the
robes.
hand of a lady and whatnot. And then you see it in the hands of like an older gentleman.
Oh, okay.
And like he's doing something, whatever. And then you see it on the finger of a man as he's like pocketing, somebody. And then as he leaves and goes around the corner and whatnot. So he's like a dark-haired, like kind of short man, whatnot. He takes off the ring, and then his face changes a bit, and he suddenly has gray hair. And that's what you see. And that's where we're gonna leave it for today.